Why do you persist in troubling me? All I want is to be left alone with a steady stream of wine flowing my way. Is that too much to ask in my own tea house? Oh, certainly. The Imperial Writ is 400 years old, and I just carry it around with me all the time and show it to complete strangers. Please. The writ is locked safely away, as I told Mother Quan. I'm not about to bring it out on your request. Now, if you will just leave me to my drinking. What a truly horrible thing to say to me, especially when I'm sober. The very notion that I, Three Sheets Dutong, could do such a thing is, well, it is unthinkable.
You want me to teach this troublemaker a lesson, boss?
Don't be an idiot. You saw what happened in the fight with those sailors. I don't need you lying unconscious on the floor. That's my job. After Steeper Yanru brings me my wine. Your accusations grow tiresome, stranger. You have no proof that I cheated old Mother Quan, and I don't see any reason to continue our conversation. So thank you, and goodbye.
Hello again, dearie. I hope you're having a nice time here in in Master Dutong's tea house. Be sure to have some tea before you go. I have a special blend that combines... Oh, I forgot. Master Dutong spilled wine all over it. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Dutong says he hired me because I'm big as an ox and just as smart. I'm watching you. Don't try anything funny. Dutong doesn't pay me anything right now, but next week he's going to double that.
Why do you persist? Yes?
Did you go down to Beggar's Pier? Did you find my fiancé, Baker Bay? He's not dead, is he? Bay is down at Beggar's Pier right now in the southeast corner of town. If you hurry, you can probably get there before the thugs attack him today.
We ought to form a guild. Everyone else has them, why not us?
The fisherman's life is a hard one. Don't let anyone tell you different.
Ak wiwu ofir, san kasawir wo sir tana.
If Captain Ing can't get the ship out soon, there'll be a mutiny. A right bloody one, too.
This here's a private club. Members only. You can't. Just move along. You have a nice day now.
Look at all these people here. When my old father told me to come to the big city, he never warned me about the crowds. Back on the farm, I ain't never seen so many people and buildings in one place. Except for livestock. But I guess they ain't people. Or buildings. My name's Tian, but everyone calls me Big Tian because I'm so big. I came to the city to try to find me a wife. So far, it's not going so good. You wouldn't happen to know any pretty young gals, would you? Someone who'd want to come live on the farm with me? Well, that's a real shame. If you run across any nice gals, do me a favor and mention my name to them. Big Tian. You have a nice day now.
We ought to form a guild.
The fisherman.
Yukut ni kung uno sa ison kudnoka ugyorir. Ikirnik tinepiru wo iferek uksun puno.
You taught me much, Jian, but the most valuable lessons were learning where you were wrong. 17th square of the Lion, if you please.
Wotowir ukawana ir usoanata hoki. Niato wonanapadi irovir.
You are being rude, Jian. We have a guest. Let us place the game on hold a moment.
Tawi ir kawana ir sunir ipoki. Wonakapir sari awaf, van sir surufus isinosaurus usuno.
Surely you know of Yi, the capturing game? Played on a board of 19 rows and columns, the black and white pieces capture territory for their player.
Ikirnik tinepiru wo iferek uksun puno. Okie fakania ni ukoristoipa.
Do not be so hasty, Jian. You did not turn me aside all those years ago.
Nararo na pirapir ni niktakatashi. Niato wonanapadi irovir. Kuni uknawata ir.
Forgive him. Had my former master bothered to remember his manners, he might have told you that we are not from Tian's Landing. We know little of the events here.
Wonikasurir kwanano kuni uknawata ir niknipier.
Jian the Iron Fist isn't honestly going to let this one walk away, is he? If you don't say anything, then I will, you old goat.
Sisair pawao, tikotro tuaso.
I too see strength, but also the capacity for understanding the world and your place in it. You could prove an interesting pupil.
Ipanar nuko iwa ir nikasanarir iruru ninua sa ir kana.
He would like nothing more than to have you as a student. But show me that you walk the way of the open palm, and I will teach you the mysteries of Stone Immortal.
Usair kokonato, tanatnia, katanano, shafatoyo, kokonato sir ipanoneniko. Sisair pawao, tikotro tuaso. Osensu kokopir fuku. Yokut ni kung uno sa son kudnoka ugyorir. Nararo, na pirapir ni takatashi.
It did not prove so weak when we clashed, Jian.
O no yu wakits wo sa iroko wa shuosi. Uno will na no ba irsu. Isana yuyo, ko nirfuk no sankud na no wana napir. Ukir naro fir si sair witu ir utar nowinik ufir ukapoki.
That was before I realized that Jian caused as much trouble as he solved. We had a falling out, and I went my own way.
Irkana, unikasuri ir kwana no kasa ir iruru.
I only fight when it is necessary, and only when other options have failed, Jian. It does not make my actions any less significant.
O no yu wakits wo sa iroko wa shuosi. Yukut ni kung uno sa son kudnoka ugyorir. Tawi ir kawana ir sonir ipoki. Tawa ir fuir kwansa irat. Sisa iriwut between near tono.
Always a pleasure to talk to another warrior. My game of Yi with Jian can wait a moment. What can I do for you? You have some understanding of the way of the open palm, but Stone Immortal is not easily taught. Return to me when you feel you understand the way of the open palm. Then you will be ready. When you feel that you sufficiently understand the way of the open palm, return to me.
Hey, Baker Bay. How are you today?
Go away! I told you I want no part of this. Tell Eiling to leave me alone.
If you want to tell Eiling something, go tell her yourself. In the meantime, we have our orders. Nothing personal. It's a little personal with me. I like sticking your face in the gutter. Hold on a sec. We've got company. You're a little too interested in our business, friend. Looks like we gotta teach you to back off when Eiling's boys are working.
Legendary strike!
Can you believe that these thugs would just attack me in broad daylight like that? They might have killed me if you hadn't stepped in. Thank you. I never expected such help from a stranger. You spoke to Lan? How humiliating. My fiancé must have told you I can't protect myself. The woman I love doesn't have faith in me? Oh, the shame. I'll never live this down. Yes, you're right, of course. I suppose I can't fault Lan for being worried about me. I've taken some serious beatings lately. I didn't mean to sound ungrateful. I'm just worried about Lan. She's very emotional. I've done my best to try and keep her from becoming involved in this. Those thugs are acting on Eiling's orders. She's the head of their gang. They have a small hideout in the boathouse. Eiling and I were friends when we were children, but we drifted apart as we grew up. She fell in with some rough people, as you've already seen. Ever since I got engaged, Eiling has become obsessed with me. Every day she sends her thugs to beat me up. She says she won't stop until I go talk to her. She's obviously crazy. I've done nothing to her. We haven't even spoken in years. If I go to her hideout to talk to her, I'm afraid that I'll never come out. At least the beatings on the street are out in public. They won't kill me in front of witnesses. Well, not on purpose anyway. No. Lan's very emotional. I didn't want her to get upset. At first, I didn't tell her anything at all. But I couldn't hide my bruises forever. So I told her about the beatings. But even then, I didn't mention Eiling. It's bad enough what's happening to me. I was afraid if Lan became more involved, Eiling might hurt her too. I'm being completely honest, I swear. I know how this looks. You must think I've done something to deserve this, but I have no idea why Eiling is after me. Thank you so much. Eiling and her thugs are in the boathouse. Please just ask her to leave me alone. All we want is to live our lives in peace.
These sailors are good for business. At least until their silver runs out.
These docks remind me of the fishermen in Two Rivers. A shame we will never see them again.
Do you have a sword? Can I feel your muscles? What'd you eat for breakfast?
Sorry, stranger. I stick to my regular customers.
Ing better figure out a way to get us out of here soon, or I'm going to snap.
Stop right there! I gave you 2 extra duty. Get back to that galley and start cleaning!
We don't have to listen to you, Ing. You're a captain without a ship. She's nothing but a landlocked house now.
I will discover a way to free this ship. Until then, you'd better follow orders.
I've had enough of you and your orders.
Now get back in that ship! I'm your captain, understand?
Well, you're still the captain, for now. But if you don't get us out of this town soon, you're going to have a mutiny on your hands. Then we'll see what's what.
Finally! Someone stronger than these cowed peasants. This town disgusts me. I am Scholar Six Heavens, and I need someone who possesses great strength and skill. What I do not need, however, is someone who walks the way of the open palm. I can read in every movement that you would protect the weak and coddle the poor. They must protect themselves. You see? Your every action and each word tells me that you are not the person I need. If I can see by your actions that you understand the way of the closed fist, I promise to make it worth your while. Otherwise, I will not waste any more time with you.
What do you want? Can't you see we're busy drinking here? Gotta wash away our sorrows. It's no fun being trapped in this town. We don't know nobody, we ain't seen our families in months, and now we're stuck here. That'd drive anyone to drink. Okay then.
Filthy thieves stole my rags! If you've come to complain about my men, I don't want to hear it. When Minister Sheng gets the Great Dam closed, we'll be happy to leave. Until then, we're stuck here. I'm Captain Ing. This is my ship, the Lucky Knight. She's a fine vessel, or was. But now that the Great Dam is open, the Lucky Knight is stranded here along with me and my men. We're sailors. We don't belong on land. If we could just get our ship back on the water, everything would be fine. But that won't happen until someone finds a way to close the dam. If I leave the ship, my men will have Tien's Landing in flames. The locals think the dam is haunted, and Minister Sheng can't find anyone brave enough to risk closing it. The moment I saw you, I knew you were the fearless sort. I hoped you would offer to help. It shames me to need the help of a stranger. I'm not a rich man, but my reputation, my ship, and my men are worth everything I can give. Close the dam and free us, and I'll give you all the silver I have. You won't get too far if you don't speak to Minister Sheng first. The dam is located in the ruins, but a pair of massive gates blocks the way. Only Sheng has the key. Good luck. I'm not used to needing help from others. It was hard for me to say this, but thank you.
Hello! You do not need to speak with me. I am just Merchant Xiang's assistant. Perhaps someday I will be Merchant Xipeng, mightiest merchant of Tien's Landing. But for now, I am just an assistant, not worthy of your honorable time.
Hello there, stranger. I haven't spotted you around Tien's Landing before. You've come at a bad time, what with the dam being open and all. Regardless, it's good to meet you. I'm Darting Lynx, the acrobat. Unfortunately, I'm not putting any shows on in Tian's Landing, if that's why you're here. You know, feats of balance and precision, delicate routines to shock and amaze. Whatever brings some silver, really. I travel around the countryside putting on acts and sometimes teaching people a few tricks. Hey, now that I think of it, you're a warrior, right? I may not be putting on any shows here, but I could teach you a few techniques to improve your balance and speed if you're interested. I'd be happy to. I'll be leaving Tian's Landing someday soon, and silver always helps the trip go smoother. Let's see what I can teach you. Hello again. What's on your mind this fine day? It's not much of a story, really. It's just a stage name I picked up when I first started practicing acrobatics. I was quite young, and my master felt I was a little too fast for my own good. "You dart like a lynx," he would say, "but you balance like a drunken frog." He taught me to slow my movements and really focus on what I was doing, but his nickname for me stuck. All the best to you. Hello. Let's see.
This here's a private club. Members only. Why didn't you say so in the first place? Go on in. They'll unlock the door for you.
Be careful in here. I don't relish the idea of fighting my way out of this place.
So, I hear you helped out Baker Bay today. Gave my boys a bit of a lesson, didn't you? You'd think after all the beatings I gave them over the years, they'd be used to losing. But they're still taking it pretty hard. Maybe the humiliation will be good for them. Everyone thinks that Bay and that little seamstress make such a nice couple. But Bay already promised to marry me. No, I bet he didn't. Wouldn't want to go around telling people how he left me high and dry, would he? But the fact is, Bay promised to marry me long before that seamstress batted her brazen little eyes at him. He didn't even have the decency to tell me himself. Even now, he'd rather get beaten up every day than face me, or he sends someone in his place, like you. I may not be a delicate little flower like Lon, but I don't want to run this gang forever. Someday I want a husband, maybe a little house, kids too. Bay promised to give me all that. He promised to marry me, and now he's trying to weasel out of it. But a promise is a promise. I won't forget that, even if he tries to. Yeah, okay. If he has the guts to come here and face me, I'll talk to him. But I'm not going to let him weasel out of his promise.
Lan, what are you doing here?
I figure we better get all the secrets out, Bay. If Lon's going to marry you, she should know what kind of man you really are.
She said there was something I need to know, Bay. What's going on? What is she talking about? What? Bay, how could you?
I didn't. It's a lie. I haven't spoken to her in years. Not since we were kids.
Don't pretend like you don't remember, Bay. It was summer, and we were sitting on a little raft catching fish. I was upset because Li Shun had called me ugly. I was crying, so you took my hand and said, "I think you're pretty, Ailing. And someday when we're grown up, I'll marry you."
What? But that was years ago. We were kids. We were only 6 years old. You can't hold me to that. Kids say all kinds of things, Ailing. Remember when you took my frog and I called you a bully? You swore you'd never speak to me again. But that same day you gave me the frog back. You said you'd never, ever, ever do anything to make me unhappy. Kids always say things like that. It doesn't mean anything.
It meant something to me, Bay. You were the only boy who didn't tease me, the only one I liked. You promised to marry me, and you're going to keep that promise. Well, yes, I did say that. But that was when we were still friends. Now he pretends like he doesn't even know me. He's changed. Yes, but... well... you're right. I know you're right. Bay's right. We were just kids. I guess I can't hold him to his promise. You win, Lon. Bay is yours.
If I had more, I would gladly give it to you. But my family isn't rich. This dowry is all I have. Please, take it with my thanks.
After all you've done for us, now you are letting Lan keep her dowry as well? Your generosity knows no bounds. I'm overwhelmed.
You've done so much for us, and we've given you so little. Wait, I know. We will name our first child after you to honor your memory.
I'm glad everything worked out for you two, and I'm sorry, Bay. I don't know what came over me. When I heard you and Lon were getting married, I just snapped.
It's okay, Ailing. I hope things work out for you.
Come on, Bay. Let's go.
I hope things work out for Bay and Lon. After everything I put them through, they deserve it. I don't know what came over me. It's just... Bay was my last chance to have a family. My only chance to find a husband. When I heard he was engaged, I realized I'd never get out of this life I've created. What respectable man would ever want to marry a girl like me? Even the lummoxes in my gang would only do it because they're afraid of me. This town is short on eligible bachelors as it is. I mean, there are a few guys out there I know of, but none of them would be interested in me. I have a reputation around town, and having my boys beat up Bay didn't help any. Any half-decent man would probably run if they saw me coming. Huh. You really think you can pull this off? Tell you what. You find me a decent husband, and I'll make it worth your while. My, business ventures have been very profitable. But don't think I'm desperate enough to settle for just anyone. I've got my standards. And I'd have to meet him first, of course. The only reason I was interested in Bay was because I figured he was my only chance of ever finding a husband, and I knew he was a decent guy. It's not like he was the love of my life or anything. He just seemed like a logical choice. There's not a lot of options in this town. Let's see. There's Rue the bosun, but he's nothing but a drunk. My boys have had more than a few run-ins with him over the years. He's definitely out. Schumann the craftsman is single. I don't know him that well, but he seems like a good man. He has a home in the southwest corner of the town. And then there's Yaru. He used to be a sailor traveling the Empire, but now he's looking to settle down. He might be a good catch. Spends most of his time in the tea house. Not living in town, and Tien's Landing doesn't get a lot of visitors. But if you find someone looking for a wife, bring him by so I can check him out. Ha! Don't make me laugh. I'm looking to start a family and live a nice, quiet life. Somehow I don't see that kind of domestic tranquility in your near future. You've got that wandering hero look, and I'm not interested in a husband who's going to be out traveling the Empire or saving the world. Yeah, right. The pickings in Tien's Landing are mighty slim for a girl like me. But if you find someone, just bring him back so I can meet him. And, well, good luck.
Is there anything you need? I'll do whatever I can to help.
pretty.
Wo affaweer sun urk vonir ook. Oeksier sa fiet kup wo sarkir.
Put that sword back, lout! Surely there was never a minister as unlucky as Minister Sheng to suffer such insolence.
Koni onayu tashika wheel fonil satharaponi?
And still poor Minister Sheng suffers the insults of tradesmen who know nothing of justice. Where would I put the lout? My jail has been burned to the ground, along with my office, I might add. I have no place to put thieves, so stop questioning your betters. It is not easy to be Minister Sheng, beset with troubles and doom, and now interrupted by some difficult stranger. Truly, can you not see that I am busy watching my career slide into oblivion? Minister Sheng simply hasn't time for your petty concerns. I have problems of my own. The Ministry of Harmony, which oversees taxation and execution, usually in that order. But poor Minister Sheng oversees nothing in this dying town. Nothing but failure! This backwater pimple of a town lives off of the lake created by the Great Dam. But the Great Dam is open and the lake is dry. The town is dying. Under my supervision. I have nary a clue. Unless... very well, you've convinced me to talk. It is dangerous to say anything, but I am a brave man. It was that horrible Inquisitor, Lim. Lim oversees the Lotus Assassin operations in this area. A few weeks ago, he came to town and demanded a key to the ruins. Then his men went up there and opened the Great Dam. Inquisitor Lim has his assassins searching for something, though what it is I couldn't say. Minister Sheng knows better than to stick his nose in the business of the Lotus Assassins. I didn't want the town to panic, so I kept Lim's presence here a secret. Better the peasants think it was ghosts. A much less terrifying idea. Some brave soul must travel through the old ruins, which are absolutely not infested with ghosts, and close the Great Dam. The gate to the ruins is locked, but I have a key. I cannot order or even ask someone to go do this. If the Great Dam closes, the ruins will flood. Various assassins and soldiers will be killed. Not good for my career. But if I happen to lose the key and someone happened to find it, the town could be saved and the problem solved without any sanction from me. Think about what? I don't know what you're talking about. So, stranger, is there anything else Minister Sheng can do for you? Perhaps I could direct you to the historic ruins of our old town, which lie across the footbridge and out the west gate. Certainly a sight worth taking in. Strictly for interest's sake, of course. Minister Sheng remembers when flyers were reserved for the wealthy elite of the Imperial City. Now pirates use them to raid the countryside. Disgraceful. I suppose in theory you could find a flyer at the pirate camp upriver. In practice, however, I doubt you would find the pirates very accommodating. I suppose Rue the bosun is mad enough to take you if he's drunk. Yes. Rue is surely the only one who would make the trip. And then the pirates would kill you. Rue announced 3 days ago that he was going to close the Great Dam, but first he stopped at the tea house for a bowl of wine. As far as I know, he's still there. I recently saw a large fleet of flyers pass by. Minister Sheng held out hope that they had come to escort him away from this demeaning post and back to the Imperial City. But the flyers never stopped in Tien's Landing. They headed upriver towards the pirates' camp. No doubt they went there to refuel, though where they are now I could not say. Yes, yes, go and leave Minister Sheng alone to ponder his troubles. Now go close the great dam, and I never said that.
Lord Yun has put out a call for aid. Will none of you answer?
Finally, someone approaches me. I was worried that this town's courage had drained away with the water. You look like a man who is trained for combat. Would you like to put those skills to the test? Not personally, no. On behalf of Lord Yun, I'm here to find a skilled warrior who can deal with a unique problem. The great southern forest, which lies north of this village, suffers from a terrible disease. Every tree within its borders sickens, and the place is infested with ghosts of all manners. If we did, would I be here? Lord Yun, my master, seeks a way to open the forest again and make it safe for travel. He is prepared to reward whoever aids him. Our men are no match for the ghosts in the forest. Perhaps you are. You must leave Tien's Landing via the gate and follow the roadway to the north. The forest is but a short journey away, and Lord Yun makes his camp at the base of a hill, which should be easy to find. The path there is relatively safe, but travel beyond his camp and things worsen considerably. Go safely, and remember what I've said. Lord Yun needs the help of able warriors like yourself.
Konio nuyu, kokeir tatasina, sun puno onuyusir taikunpa ipanano pir ni wonun. Wonoir efuir uk sunorkfonir sir sisitu, sata afsoir, uk napir anigir ninpir. Owo sair uyukap tantharundano, wo tarwair shathir owo. Wo kausoir noka wowo tarwair shaksir finupifu. Wonoir efuir uk sunorkfonir sir sisitu, sata afsoir, uk napir anigir ninpir. Usosir uthak tarwair shathir owosu. Owosair uyukap tantharundano, wo tarwair shathir owo. Onuyuir napair, wo quair shapshir fan onuyusair ikupan. Sair sankut noka wo napar akwaifan u nakwair kosuwair. Ukir rafir sasir sonsirafir. Usosir uthak tarwair shathir owosu. Sair sankut noka wo napar akwaifan u nakwair kosuwair. Ukir rafir sasir sonsirafir. Onuyuir napair, wo quair shapshir fan onuyusair ikupan. Usosir uthak tarwair shathir owosu. Sair sankut noka wo napar akwaifan u nakwair kosuwair. Ukir rafir sasir sonsirafir. Okyoir rufir ni sair shenefushpa, sair renkipa, sair thinopi wuwuth u sair wansan. Wo kausoir noka wowo tarwail shaksir finupifu. Onuyuir napair, wo quair shapshir fan onuyusair ikupan.
Ah, I see the glint of intelligence, nobility, wisdom, consideration, and piety in your eye. A fine day to you. What can I sell you? Well, I make my living by knowing people. I can clearly see that you are of the finest sort. That is to say, the sort with silver ready in hand. Can I interest you in some seed? What about a pitchfork? I have hay as well. I'm afraid I do not. Just a few years ago, you could find wind maps everywhere, although only the rich needed them with their airship racing. Recently, the wind maps have disappeared. I know that when the Emperor's men left Tien's Landing, they took all the wind maps with them. There are those who say but it is not important. Some say that Death's Hand is collecting all the wind maps and destroying them so that only he and his minions may travel freely about the Empire. However, I do not believe such talk. I believe firmly in the goodness, kindness, and wisdom of our Emperor and all those around him. I suppose there may still be merchants in the Imperial City who have some, and they were once so widely available that there must be some here and there. But I do not have any, nor do I know anyone who has one. I have the finest selection of seed, I carry excellent baskets, wonderful fishnets, and superb boat scrubbers. I have a cloak so warm it's like a weapon against the cold. I have a scrubber so good that it cleans like magic.
I am glad to hear you say what I was thinking.
A completely unfair assertion. After all, who wouldn't want a basket so big you can carry 2 babies in it? Very well. When you're ready to spend, I am ready to sell.
Ignore the spots. You won't catch anything from me. Well, nothing dangerous.
This is bad. Oh, this is bad. River dried up, pirates everywhere. This is worse than the long drought.
Get on with your day, youngster. We're just passing time.
The Emperor won't allow those slaving pirates to keep attacking the villages. You'll see.
You leave this youngster alone, you cantankerous old goat. He looks like he could put you down without a thought. Might do us all a favor.
There are ghosts wandering the land. I won't leave my house after dark.
Wosiwania sa ia sakaku usawa ia nu pakpoporo. Okniko fia apania sa sa tatasi noni nano yok yowia sonsi ia wo yowia. Okniko fia apania sa sa tatasi noni nano yok yowia sonsi ia wo yowia. Ni wupa ia kupu sa ia Elworth kraka ia nano uksaro isowak nikano wo napiat shathia uko. Ni wo sosawa ia wak tasi noni nano yopa napia ifa ia ok. Noko wo ifa wia ok kun one wipi fia. Okniko fia apania sasa tatasi noni nano yok yowia sonsi ia wo yowia. Wonoa ea sususatia sonsifonia sonsi ifok.
You cannot be seriously considering this. Dooming the entire town for a few pieces of silver?
Niwu sosawa ea wak tasi noni nano yopa napia ifa ia ok. Kutkosi wiwa ia wo nova ia ifa wia oka wikino. Utatsa ia oka yowe ia fonia sisa ia trusta pafawe ia tou ia. Awath utkua wo kokopia kawa ia ewo.
Is there anything you need? I'll do whatever I can to help. No, I didn't have anything pressing on my mind. Strange. Be well, my friend.
Yokut ni kun kuno sa ison kunoka ugyorir.